What's up guys, welcome to another Scratch tutorial. This is part 7 on how to make a snake game in Scratch, and in this video we'll be looking at how to add a game over screen and a little tweak to the poison food sprite. So the poison food sprite will disappear after 10 seconds if it doesn't get eaten. But anyways, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so here is the code from last time, and if you haven't seen parts 1 through 6 yet, you can check them out, links in the description box below. But anyways, we're going to create a new sprite, and we're going to call this sprite game over. And I have two costumes from my backpack. The first one is the game over costume, which I'm going to put in the front, and the next one is the play again costume, so it says green flag to play again, and it's all just black screen in the back and white text with the font pixel. So we're going to start with the green flag, and we're going to make sure it goes to the center of the screen like usual. And we also make sure it hides, so it will be in the center like that. And we also need to make it in the front layer. So when the game is over, so when I receive, I'm going to make a new message, which I will call game over. Then we're going to show it, and it's going to fade in. So we're going to drag a set ghost effect to 100 and go to control and drag a repeat 10, and go back to looks and drag a change ghost effect by 10. So as you can see, it -10. So now as you can see, if you click on that, it fades in. So now I need to go to control and drag a wait 3 seconds, and then switch costume to play again. So let's try this out by clicking. So 3 seconds, and then it says play again. So green flag to play again. So we can play, but we have nothing to trigger this message yet, so we're going to go add that. So inside the bot sprite, right over here, if touching the head sensor, stop all. We're going to delete that, and we're going to replace it with a broadcast and wait. Before we do the game over, we're going to need to stop everything first. So I'm going to stop all. This is a message, by the way, not the block in the control category, not this. We're going to broadcast and wait a stop all message, and then we can broadcast the game over. So the stop all will stop everything except the game over sprite. So when I receive stop all, we're going to hide and go to control and stop other scripts in sprite and delete this clone. So we're going to do the same thing with the food sprite in here, and the same thing with the poison sprite. So I'm going to go in here, it's in there, I'm going to clean it up, and it's also in here, so I'm going to clean that up. And I'm going to do the same thing with the player sprite, since it also has clones, and we also need to hide it. Okay, but we don't need to do it with the head sensor sprite because that's already set ghost effect to 100. But if you want, you can. So just drag a when I receive, stop all. Then we just need to stop other scripts in sprite. You don't need to do a hide or a delete this clone. You don't need to do the text in the play button since it's already hidden when you just play the game. So let's try this out by bonking into a snake, one of the bots. So I bonk into one and nothing is happening. So let's see. Oh, that's because we need to go to the bot sprite because that's where we are calling the message. So the stop all, it goes on forever. So we need to make sure this is a broadcast and not a broadcast and wait. Let's try this again. Wait for one of the bots to spawn. And then, as you can see, green flag to play again. Okay, but it does not show the game over. So at the beginning, we're going to switch costume to game over. So it'll switch back before it does this. So we're going to try this one more time. Game over. Wait 3 seconds. Green flag to play again. So that's good. And everything stops. We can also hide the variable after that, since it doesn't really do anything since you just died. So let's click the green flag again, and we can start. What I also want to add is if the player loses all of its length, then it will also will broadcast the game over. Because if you have 0 length, you're just ahead. So we don't want that to happen. So in this green flag, well, in the play game, we're going to go to control and drag an if statement, and go to operators and drag a equals, and go to variables and drag the length variable, and we're going to check if length is equal to 0. Then we're going to do the same thing, broadcast stop all, broadcast, not broadcast and wait, and then we can broadcast game over. So the broadcast stop all is a broadcast, and a broadcast game over is a broadcast and wait. So you can't actually test this out, but you can try to, because when you try to go fast, you only can go up to 10, so you can't actually do it. But you can test out the bonking into bots part though. So as you might think, I will also add the little tweak to the poison food sprite. So that will go in another when I start as a clone. So go to control, drag it when I start as a clone, and go and drag a forever loop and an if statement. And if, actually no, we're not going to do this. We're going to go to control and drag a 10 seconds. So wait 10 seconds and it's going to fade out. So set the ghost effect to 0 and repeat 10 times. We're going to change the ghost effect by 10 and it will be gone. And also we're going to set it back to 0, but it's already, but before we set it back to 0, we're going to put a hide. So we can do this. Let me show it real quick. So after 10 seconds, I'll do 3 for this example since it's going to be taking so long. It will fade out. So that's what it looks like after 10 seconds. Okay, so now you can test it out yourself, but I'm not going to test it out because we're going to have to wait for a poison to spawn and wait for the 10 seconds. But you can test it out yourself. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next Scratch tutorial. Peace out.